Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm the Strides Professor. Today we're going to be doing a coaching session for Senna. This patch 924B is just a few days before Season 10. So special thanks to Hunter, who's the Senna, the Bard of Havoc, for donating for this. If you'd like a coaching session yourself, just email me at thestrategiprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. We can set it up. Usually do it live on stream. You just send me a replay of a quality game that you want to see coached, and then I go over it live. During stream. We stream every night starting around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, usually going till about 2 or 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's just $25 if you're not a channel member, and $20 if you are a channel member. If you would like to become a member, it's just $5 a month, either through YouTube or PayPal, which will be linked in the description. And the stream is on YouTube. Okay, let's go ahead and get in here. So, the rec side died before I started the stream. I was taking a drink of my milk over here. The rec side died to an invade at level 1, but you weren't anywhere close to that, so it was, didn't really influence anything you were doing. Okay, chosen cleanse. I guess, with the Thresh and the Ashe, I don't mind that. Typically with Senna, especially later on, you're not going to be getting close enough to ignite anyways in a lot of team fights because you have such large range. So I think that's fine. Especially if you kind of next level it sometimes, if Ashe is throwing her arrow and you have cleanse up. And if Ezreal's going to get hit if you deliberately step in front and then cleanse. Cleanse does not work on the Warwick ult though. I see you said in chat. No, because of Warwick's ult or whatever, cleanse doesn't work on that. Cleanse does work on Thresh hooks and Ashe arrows though, so. Yeah, just try to get some aggressive, because that's a suppression. Things that are called suppressions, cleanse doesn't. Quicksilver Sash will remove it, but cleanse does not. So, popular suppressions would be Mordekaiser's ult, Malzahar's ult, Skarner's ult, and Warwick's ult. Okay, so y'all have a big wave here. I would leave after that and go challenge the Scuttle. I think it's real dangerous to try to push up this far because there's not an amazing chance, but there's an okay chance that Warwick could be here trying to get this Scuttle, and he would gank you first right there, and he could have forced flashes if he came out from this bush. And then they would have gotten the Scuttle and all kinds of bad things. He actually was bottom side getting Scuttle. He just chose not to kill you for some reason. As you see here, he came up through bottom river, I'm pretty sure, right? No, actually, he came from top river. So, he probably pathed from, blue to wolves to red to Scuttle. Actually, he's done 6 camps so far, so he got 1 more in there. Guess maybe blue, Gromp, wolves. No, that's right. 2 buffs, a normal camp, and a Scuttle would be. No, he had 6 camps. Anyways, he didn't go for it. Each jungle camp counts as 4. 4 minions, by the way. So if you see somebody on the map, then at least, especially early game, you can kind of tell which camps they've done, which helps you predict where they might go next. But yeah, I would have come up and taken this Scuttle when you all were pushed in like that. Because that gives you free vision, obviously gives you a lot of extra gold, and it denies gold from the Warwick, potentially. Okay, nice. Good catch. Okay, I'd push 1 more wave and then back. You need to make sure that you get a pink ward if at all possible, so that you can put that on dragon, because Warwick loves to get early dragons. Like level 4, level 5. Still don't know the status of the Scuttle, if Warwick's taken that or not. I'm not sure what your Rek'Sai's doing. She's pretty far behind. Okay. You don't have any wards, do you? No. Yeah, try to see if you can. Might be a little too late. I think he just did it, but that's because, yeah, he's doing it right now. But I can only see that because it's a replay. You wouldn't be able to see that. But yeah, typically around like level 4, a Warwick will try for like Warwick, Nunu, Vi. A lot of those champs after their first back, they're going to try to get that dragon.
Red team has slain the dragon.
If you had Scuttle, though, that might have discouraged him. So that's where it starts. Because he knows that you're going to see him on that, right? Yeah, I mean, there are several junglers that can do it at level 4, but... Dragons are a lot easier to kill in the preseason than they were previous. They weren't, like, that hard to kill in Season 9 proper, but in the preseason, yeah, always try to get that Scuttle. We were, we're not gonna bring up that debate again, but someone was trying to debate me on here earlier tonight in a previous replay for like, I don't know, 3 minutes or something about a Scuttle. But yeah, you need to try to push and get those early on as much as you can. Especially the one at Dragon is really, really important because, because you don't have, you can't get wards early. It's a lot harder to get wards early. Hey, thanks, Jonas. I appreciate it. You can't get wards as early right now. Okay, nice. What? They just lost their mind. Why would he opt into that? Did he not see that you had 3 people in the smoke? Okay. Maybe he didn't notice that your jungler was also in the smoke, that there were 3 ghouls running around in the smoke. Okay, well, that's good. Your Shen's getting busted up, so... just keep in mind that he's going to be weaker if he TP's in or ults in. Okay, good zoning. Okay, good. Well, that's really good. That got y'all back in a little bit. How are y'all doing? Doing about even CS-wise. I'm gonna be a little careful, because Ezreal only has tier, but she doesn't have VF sword. How did you get caught out like that? Did he hook you? Flash play or something? So yeah, just be aware, Ezreal, this is kind of his weak point when he just has tier. Yeah, it's too far forward. It's too far forward against the Thresh that has Moby boots. He can't. I would have just kept running forward. Like, there's not really, you know, try. Because if you sit there and keep trying to juke it, he's just gonna either play you or just keep auto attacking you. So I would have just kept running forward. But really, I would have probably just backed up when there's like that huge open wave like that. And you got to notice Thresh has Mobies. Oh. Live, Ezreal! No. What you could have done right there is just either back with the Ezreal. I didn't see how much gold he had. He didn't have enough for... Well, he has boots also. He may have had enough for Manamune without boots. But either back or just go get these golems. Because Rek'Sai's really not clearing her jungle in a timely fashion. So, you know, you might as well get it. I mean, if Rek'Sai, like, pings you a lot and threatens to go AFK, don't take her jungle. But if she's not farming it anyways, if she's, like, ganking a lot or something, and it's scary, like, you can't walk up in the lane like that because Thresh is zoning you, just come over here and, like, help your ADC, like, get the golems. Or just ping Ezreal back, because he can stand back and just farm with his Qs, and then maybe you could, like, roam middle or something. It's really hard to gank an Akali, though, so... Alright, be careful, they know you're there. Like, if Thresh comes rolling up, or he could hook you over this wall or something while you're clearing this. He could hook you in Lantern in the jungle or something, so... I think you're going too deep without enough pressure. Like, the mid laner was missing, Thresh was missing.
Shut down.
So when is the so Dragon's up in like 40 seconds, but your jungler's dead too. Yeah, I mean, so that's good vision. Pretty much all you can do here is try to get these towers and just ping that Thresh is missing a lot, and yeah, there's not a lot else you can do to punish him. I mean, you could take this and then like have Ezreal go in and like grab the enemy jungle. You could try to dive her. It's hard to dive Ashe if you're not like tanky. If you hit her with a W, like Ezreal might be able to blow her up. Okay, he got her anyways. Yeah, just try to harass her a lot. See if you can get the W. Can you ult into this? Yeah, I would just go get the dragon. I think you're right to ping it. Yeah, you should get the dragon. I mean, staying over here and just harassing under tower, like I said before, it's just kind of a trap. Oh, that might... Okay. Yeah, Warwick's top. Y'all could have done dragon. I would just ping it a lot and then just go over there and just, like, sit on it. One thing that, I don't remember who told me this, but in the past, like, if you ping different kinds of pings on it, people will think it's different people. And so they're more likely to do it. So it'll be like a peer pressure. So if you ping, like, assist on the way, question mark, on dragon. Or even just like on the way, assist, then they might be more likely to listen and come over. Okay, that's a good dodge. Shin's coming in. Ooh, alright. Nice. Oh no, he's going... I really hope he goes Trinity. I think he's gonna go Iceborne. Like, 'cause they don't really have, like, a major AD threat that's gonna dive in. I mean, Iceborne is good for kiting, but... You got ult? Oof. I would have definitely ulted that. I would ult right... Thresh is gonna kill him. Yeah. I would have ulted that when he was diving, so that you get the damage out of it and you get the shield. Like, once he gets arrowed, I would ult him. Alright, what are we getting? I would probably go with Umbral to start. Like the lethality item that gives you the sweeper. I've tried the Athenes. I might have to see what people are doing these days, but I feel like it's just not strong enough. Yeah, I when she came out, I was first a big advocate for Athenes, but after trying it out a little bit, like, her ratios, like, her heal is just so low to begin with. Like, the plus healing and shielding, and, like, her AP ratios are so low that, I just don't think it's worth it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Athenes, and then you can get the other stuff, but... I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I do think that the lethality items cost too much. But, like, I don't know. Umbral plus Ghostblade, I think, is what a lot of people are going to do on her. That does at least give you more movement speed for rotations and things like that. Again, like, this is another place where, I mean, the tower is really low, I guess. You guys are pretty close to taking that tower flat out. But I was gonna say that was another time where if you pushed it and you had roamed up here instead, you maybe could have helped them out with that Akali or the Darius. Right here, they're doing a pretty good job of holding off this tower. Okay, there you go. Alright, finally got it. Alright, see if you can rotate middle. Okay, he is going Trinity, actually, so that's good. I mean, he's almost got it. Yeah, I would've... Oh, you don't have your ult. Okay. Give him Rek'Sai. That's a big heal. And a lot of Athene stacks. I'd be setting up around Dragon. Guess you guys just didn't have the position. People had to back. You're missing Ezreal. Oh, Senna. Yeah, sorry, Fade. Oh, Ashe got that dreaded Blade of the Ruined King. Okay, nice. They're getting you guys on objectives, but... I'm wondering if y'all can Baron. Because everybody's dead. Ashe is bottom. Probably not, though. Oh, almost. Hit that, hit that, hit that. I would have hit that earlier before she could get there. As soon as you bind her, I would have hit the blast plant so that she couldn't use it to get out. Yeah, no, people were just debating whether or not you should do Blade of the Ruined King first Ashe. And I did the math on it in my Ashe video. my Ashe ADC video. It's a lot less damage on single target than Infinity Edge. Now I didn't do it with Essence Reaver. I think it's less than Essence Reaver too. Like it's a lot less until you get Hurricane and you're hitting multiple bolts. Because it only has 40 AD on it. I can link it after this game. I can just pull up the Google Doc and show you guys the math on it. Well, like, you see a lot of like higher end challenger or pro people doing it because there's a lot more team fights and there's a lot less deaths and a lot less just random fighting and skirmishing in challenger than there is in like silver. A lot of people mistakenly think that whenever Ashe fires the multiple bolts off of her Q, when she starts doing that each bolt triggers Blade the Ruined King, and that's not correct. It's only one trigger, just like a normal auto attack. And Ashe scales very well with crit. And she scales pretty well with like flat AD also, because her W does like 100% of your total AD. So if you're maxing W, which is I think what most people max, it's going to give you a hell of a lot more poke in the laning phase and beyond with your W if you have a bigger AD item like Infinity Edge or Essence Reaver. So I think if you're in an elo where everyone's just kind of YOLOing and there's like, you know, 80 deaths a game or something, 60 or 80 deaths a game, then the crit build's going to be stronger. It's got a less friendly build path, especially IE, but Essence Reaver's not that bad. It's got some long swords in it. IE's build path's pretty brutal because everything's very expensive, and if you don't have, like, if you're not ahead, you don't have good back timings, it can be a little awkward, but... I'm pretty sure Blade, it's 8% of current health, I think. I'll have to go look for sure, but that's another thing is, like, a lot of people don't have a lot of health in the early game, especially the kinds of stuff you're going to be fighting bot lane. Like, the ADC's definitely not going to have a lot, and if it's a squishy support, like, the game in question, I don't remember who the support, like, what the support situation is. I know that we had a Pike, but I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know the average deaths per elo, but I would say in, like, gold and lower, it's probably at least 50 deaths a game in a lot of games, on average. There are plenty of low diamond games where there's 50 deaths a game. Alright, let me reset this here real quick. You need to definitely be having more vision at this point in the game around Baron, because that's the next big objective. I would ult. Oh, you don't have ult. Feels like there have been a lot of key fights where you don't have ult. I'm not sure if it's because you're like using it to try to save people in skirmishes. I mean, there's probably a lot of, like, silver and bronze games where there's 80 deaths a game. Like, final score being something like 40 to 40. I don't think is that probably that uncommon. That might be a little extreme, but... So many people just have the mentality of like a trade is okay. Like that's that's basically what it comes down to. They think it's fine if I die as long as I get a kill. And really it's not. Most of the time it's not okay. You see like a lot of challengers even kind of perpetuating that myth. They'll be like, well, as long as I get fed, I can hard carry. It's okay if I die. You know, I can dive this person on the turret and trade kills when sometimes. It depends on the champions that you're playing, but like a lot of times it's not worth it because people miscalculate all the time. And they'll just end up giving away a free kill that they thought was going to be a trade.
Shut down.
Okay, Shen's really far behind. That's a common theme tonight, Shen being super far behind. At least this one's trying to build split push items. He did just 1v1 the Darius though. Pretty sure, so. Like, Shen later in the game can get it done, man. If you build a little damage on him, like at least one damage item, like either a Hydra or a Trinity. Yeah, this one is in the side lane. Yes, it's not making the ADC go sit in the side lane, so that's true. Alright, I mean, your Rek'Sai is gonna fall off. She does have a, cleaver, which helps a little bit. Gives her a little bit more utility, but Warwick's probably gonna be more relevant. Huh. No, I mean, this Ezreal's playing alright. Some people just have good games. Or some people are just, like, really good when they're ahead, but they don't know, like, what to do when they're behind. And that's why you can see people that's like, wow, this person's really strong. Why, you know, why do they have a, you know, an under a 50% win rate? It's like, well, because they're winning this game, and they know what to do when they're winning. They just don't know what to do when they're losing. Like, they don't know how to play more defensively. It's a pretty good I guess. Now I am kind of wishing that that your Ezreal had Iceborne because of the Darius and the Warwick just, like, running through your team. So, man, I think I was wrong about that. I think Iceborne would have been better than Trinity. I was underestimating just how tanky they were going to be and how, like, how much you need to be able to kite them. Darius is just, like, daring her to come at it. That's funny. He did get Umbral second. I think if you're gonna get Umbral, I would get it first, because lethality is much more valuable early on in the game. I know it does scale, but, you know, people also get free armor per level. And the Umbral, like, that extra sweep is so nice early on. You're trying to get vision up and down the river. Yeah, I think the common one, we talked about that earlier, is gonna be Umbral into Ghost. What the? What? Dude, Ezreal, turn around and Q the blue. What? It's not. It's like one extra Q. Literally one more Q with Trinity Force would have killed the blue. I mean, I understand you want to get there, man, but like I think turning around and throwing one more Q, like a 1/10 of a second, for the cast time on that Q is not. It's not too much to ask. I think Ezreal's like okay in the meta, but I mean I know his win rate's not like insane right now, but I don't think the Ezreal's really like one of the problems. I think he's actually doing all right. Oof.
You let your guard down.
Oh. I think Gunblade Ezreal is bad. Maybe if it's like mid lane. And you're going for like AP Ezreal, it's just too expensive. I mean, it's possible that like maybe Gunblade instead of Blather and King. But the thing is like a third item, but the thing is like Blade applies like a decent chunk of extra damage on the Qs, because Q does trigger Blade. Whereas Gunblade does a little, you know, it does have a nice AP ratio on it, but I don't know the math, but I think that Blade is more damage on Q than Gunblade is. This for Soul, yeah.
Red team double kill.
Play it loud.
I feel like, I don't know, Akali disrupted you a lot. I was gonna say, I feel like you should stay with the rest of your team here. I think you're playing a little bit too far back. They would have lost this anyways, though. It's just gonna be really hard for you guys to win at this point with the Darius and the Warwick. Like, they're just so hard to kill with all that armor.
Shut down.
Should maybe think about getting... I would have probably gotten an Executioner somewhere in here. Definitely before the second Serrated Dirt, because Akali's going to heal a lot with Gunblade. Darius heals. Warwick heals. And that Ashe with Blather and King does heal some too. I mean... Echo like does have Mortal Reminder, but or not Echo, Ezreal. You don't have to turn into the full Mortal Reminder. I wouldn't do that. I would just get the Executioners and move on to something else. But like just having more is probably a good thing. It's not that expensive. You basically pay 300 gold for the Grievous Wounds because it also comes, I believe, with 15 AD, which is worth like 500 gold. So. Why is he moving so fast? Oh, the Dead Man's Plate. Cat. That's a good point, yeah, and the Cloud Soul. I forgot about the Cloud Soul, gives the speed. I remember that when you use the ult, it gives you a lot of speed, but it also gives you a flat 10% speed. And he does have Trinity too, yeah, I mean, so he's got a lot of modifiers, I think. Yeah, y'all really don't want to fight. Ezreal's not here yet. Shen's got to ult immediately as soon as he gets hooked. Okay, I mean, that's a good ult, but... Okay. This Akali is just, like, wrecking your back line.
Red team triple kill.
Okay, that's pretty much it, right?
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Okay, so the biggest stuff I can think of early on is just whenever you get priority in the lane, you know, like we talked about, go get Scuttle or go see if you could make a roam or get some deeper vision. I think that'll help out a lot. Consider getting Umbral into Ghostblade. Oh, excuse me. For some reason, I'm just like super tired all of a sudden. Umbral into Ghostblade. It's hard to say. I mean, the positioning was kind of unusual in some of these team fights. I think there were a couple places where you could have ulted faster, like one when the Ezreal was diving. You know, that tower bottom, I think you could have ulted that. There were like a couple of key fights where you didn't have your ult up. So I can't remember exactly what you used those on, but maybe trying like less Hail Marys across the map and just save them for like closer range, like team fights and things like that. What else? I don't know about the Glacial Augment. There have been some people that have been doing that more. It obviously allows you to set up, you know, get an auto attack and set up for your W. But I don't know if I'm completely sold on it. I think the Airy might be a better build early on. I think a lot of people go for Airy. It gives you like more damage on each one of your auto attacks, and it does scale a little bit better with your Q and with your ult. So I think a lot, and you do get mana flow ban, which helps out with your mana also because you're not going to be getting a lot of mana items typically if you don't get Athenes. So just going like Airy, mana flow bans, absolute focus, and Scorch. I think it's probably pretty solid. I don't remember what people do as a secondary. I can just look really quick. I think. I know some people were trying out like Presence of Mind. Oh, it's u.gg. Hold on. I think some people were trying out Presence of Mind to get the mana and get the mana regen on some supports, but I don't remember if Senna was one of those. I like, I would do like Ghost Poro, Ulti Hunter as your secondaries. Not everyone does that, but I think that would give you a lot more cooldowns on your ults to play around with, and then you can stack up Poro pretty easily as support. Once you get your award item, you can usually have it by 15 to 20 minutes. So yeah, I would maybe try out Ghost Poro and Ulti Hunter. Like you can do Revitalize, Bone Plating if you want to. This is pretty standard. I might go Absolute Focus instead of Transcendence, but both of those can be alright. A lot of the pros, it looks like, are going Dark Harvest. So there's a lot of stuff you can... Yeah, they're doing like the Dark Harvest and then Presence of Mind and Cut Down. That's, you know, that's possible as well. But I haven't really studied up on that too much. I know that Airy was the standard for a while, but it looks like a lot more people... Now that's on AD carry, though. Kuve's an AD carry, so... Looks like AD carries are going Dark Harvest, and she's just being played more as an AD carry right now. For the most part. And then supports seem to still be going like Airy, and then some people are doing Glacial. The Glacials are top laners, though. A lot of them are. Like Haunter is a top laner, the Shy is a top laner, so that's like top lane. So you gotta be a little careful. But anyways, hopefully that gives you enough tips to help you out. So thank you very much for the donation. Anyone else out there that would like a coaching session, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. It's just $25 if you're a non-member, $20 if you're a member. And and I'll do one more ranked game on stream, at least one more. But that's going to be it for the coaching session. So thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.